Hello, Reverend Brian Ferguson here, your newish minister at the Unitarian Universalist Fellowship of Redwood City on this glorious rainy day here in Redwood City. And it's funny to use the expression glorious rainy, because coming from Scotland where rain was just part of your everyday weather, we always used to say a glorious sunshiny day. And of course, it's a glorious rainy day because we love the rain here in California, which we so need right now. So isn't it a glorious day? So I'm in my 6th month of ministry here at UUFRC, and I know it's been an exciting, strange, challenging, yet exciting time and fun time for the last 6 months. I want to thank each of you who have made me feel so welcome and for the relationships we've developed over the last 6 months. It's really been a fabulous journey for me, and I hope so for you as well. We're also into a new year with a new political administration, and I think there's a lot of hope we all have for this year, because 2020 was a tough year. The pandemic was really hard on all of us. It was a huge disruption in our life, challenging us in all areas of our life, those of us with children in school, with young families, with job losses, with uncertainty around our jobs and the economy. It was really was a challenge year. We showed a lot of resilience to get through it, and both as individuals and as a wider community and as a specific UUFRC religious community here as well. And when I look at the past, I look at so much of the great lay leadership we have within our movement, and I want to hold up just two. There's a lot of great leadership we have. But I really wanted to hold up the zine, The Redwood Circle, the third one, which came out this week. And I really enjoy reading it. It's really fun, exciting, creative, and really informative and thought-provoking in all good ways. So I want to thank the whole team that produces that. It really is a terrific contribution to our religious community. It would be at any time. I think during the pandemic, it's been particularly great. The other thing I want to acknowledge is just all the people who worked on the Get Out the Vote effort, both especially the leadership, but anyone who contributed by writing letters, making phone calls, doing phone banking, texting. It was a very close election, but I think the fact that we had such a huge turnout on the election is testament to the Get Out the Vote efforts. And, that didn't just end last November. Some of you were involved in the recent elections, Senate elections in Georgia earlier this month. And that was a close election as well. And again, the turnout for a special election was really high. And again, a testimony to the Get Out the Vote effort. So thank you all for working on that. But we are in a new year, and it's 2021, which feels very futuristic. And we've got a new political administration, which I think many of us are hopeful will bring a change of tone to the politics, and also more focus on addressing the pandemic in a national, cohesive and systemic way. And we wish them well. They've got a lot of difficult work ahead of them, so we send good wishes to all the people in the new administration who are serving us, as we hope they will, and really trying to take us into the future. And taking us into the future, I want to talk about what we've got going on here. There's a lot of work going on here at UUFRC. I know it's been very, very busy already this year for me. And, we're doing work around budget planning for 2021, 2022. We've been working with our co-chairs for the Pledge campaign, Joe Much and Erica Britell. We're working to bring a Pledge campaign that will be predominantly online. That will be coming up end of February, beginning of March. We're really excited about that. Yes, it can be difficult to talk about money, but it's really important. Money allows us to create the religious community, to promote our values, to live into our values, to become who we really wish to be, both as individuals and as a community. So it is an important part of the religious community, even if it can be a topic that for some of us might be difficult to talk about. We do still have the pandemic, and I do want to acknowledge that the COVID task force is still looking at things, keeping track of what the county and national recommendations are, what the school district is doing, and what we mean to maybe open up later on this year, 2021, 2022. We're starting to think what will happen there, because there is vaccines coming out now. It will take some time for that to come out. So even though we're getting close to maybe some more normality in our lives, we really need to stay vigilant and stay, follow the guidelines, wash your hands, wear masks, socially distance, all these things. I know it can be so tempting to compromise in these things as we get closer to what might be a next step in the recovery. But it's important to stay vigilant to all of that, and the COVID task force is, and we thank you for your patience. We're still not having people in the building except for a very few exceptions, and that's how it's going to stay for the foreseeable future. But we are looking at what the county recommendations and national recommendations are on a regular basis. We've also got other exciting programs coming along. I spoke this past Sunday about the importance of anti-racist, anti-oppressive work, and striving towards a more multicultural community attitude as much as community. And we're bringing in, through the learning journey, our adult religious education program. It's looking to bring in some anti-racist, anti-oppressive training that I think could be really rich for all of us, really helping us look at how does our individual identity impact our values, which is an important step in raising our awareness around racism and oppression, which can be really difficult to identify without some of this training. So I hope all of you who are interested will contact me, and we'll be bringing in that training hopefully in March, and we really hope you'll embrace it. We'll probably send out more information at the end of this month, so be looking out for that. I want to also acknowledge the worship team who are consistently bringing great worship services to us through all the back end work, and the music has been fabulous, and many of you contribute to the music. I want to hold up particularly the worship associates who continually give really powerful, meaningful reflections, as well as coordinating other parts of the services. And it's just amazing, what we have, the talent we have in this community, and how people bring it every Sunday to our worship services and other areas of the church. There are opportunities for any of us who'd like to work behind the scene. We're always looking for more people to do sound and more people to do slides. So if any of you are interested, please contact me. We can certainly train you and bring you up here to speed. You might be a little wary. We've got a great team to support you in all of this. And I want to just acknowledge, we have rehearsals every Saturday before the Sunday worship service. And for the most part, they're really fun. It's a great group of people, and it's a great way to get to know other people in a different circumstance. So I encourage you to sign up if you feel up for it. This Sunday we're going to do something special that we actually haven't done before, which is we're going to have a talk back after the service at noon. Jean DeSaggio and myself, Jean DeSaggio is the worship associate this Sunday, and I will be available at noon. There's a separate link that got sent out in the email this morning and earlier this week. At noon, we will be meeting just to hear your thoughts, reflections, answer questions, and have a discussion about the worship topic. I always feel the worship service should be the start of the exploration of a topic and not the end. So this is just a way of maybe just bringing a more structured way of giving those of us who want an opportunity to discuss the worship services. These are just different ideas we're trying to bring in. There will be another Zoom meeting, but hopefully it could be a rich discussion. And we'll be trying it at different times in future months, but this Sunday is at noon, right after the worship service and social time. So I hope you'll join us. Again, there's lots going on. If you have any questions, please let me know. You're always willing to sign up through the Calendly, through the website, to my virtual office hours. I'm always happy to meet with anyone who'd like to sign up there. Again, thank you for all you do to make this religious community. I think for many of us during this pandemic, we've realised how even more important religious community is this time, as many of us are suffering many broken connections through other parts of our life. It's great that we can still connect through religious community, even if virtually. So thank you again in faith, love and compassion. That's it for me, Reverend Brian. Take care.